Taurus. Welcome to Pandora Astrology's monthly horoscope for February of 2022. We are the astrologers of Pandora Astrology. I'm Jamie Kale Miller. I'm in Berkeley, California.
I'm Julia Mijas in San Francisco.
Well, Taurus, this month's horoscope has themes of growth and expansion, which are also going to funnel into themes around career. And a lot of what you might be preoccupied with right now is promoting your business if you run one. And if you are, and this horoscope leaves you with questions about best ways to move forward, you can find a Mission Orders career reading link in the YouTube description below. That would be the reading that you would want to expand and grow in your personal life, but also particularly in career. Well, Ceres was retrograde, and Ceres is a pretty important planet for you, Taurus, because Ceres rules Taurus and is very concerned with the themes that Taurus loves best, which is to say, being fully in your body, managing your money in a good way, and eating in a good way too. And so these themes have been all pretty tangled up while Ceres was retrograde, which began in October, finished last month, and now is finally beginning to ease out and move on and away. And so if in the last couple of months, particularly between October and January, you have been engaged in an entire redo, restructure, reconfigure in any of those areas, like what is my relationship to my body and how am I a good steward of it? What is my relationship to my food and eating? And how do I run my self-care practices, and how do I manage my money? And so the really good news is that those areas that are so dear to your heart are coming untangled now. And you could probably feel that process happening, and it's going to go forward and get even better as this month progresses. So woohoo to that. And Julia, you've got news about Mars, Mercury, and Venus for the Tauruses of the world. What's that good stuff?
Yes, certainly a lot of good things coming your way, Taurus, and a big emphasis on your ninth house this month. The ninth house is the house of expansion. You know, it can represent education, travel, philosophy. So overall, a pretty expansive month. I'll start with Mars because Mars is the planet of action and activity. Wherever we have Mars is where we expend a lot of energy that month. So Mars is in your ninth all month, which means that you are going to be just stir crazy to get out there, have an adventure, maybe go travel, maybe do something kind of fun and expansive, and that's all well and good. But hopefully, you can take some time off in order to do that, because Mars in the ninth can be a little bit of a tricky transit if you have a lot of responsibilities and sort of things that are holding you down, because you just kind of want to get out there and go out and have some fun and do some exploring basically. So try to find maybe some time on the weekends or a little bit of time after work to really scratch that itch for yourself. Then Mercury, the planet that represents our mind, it rules communication, and wherever we have it is where what is really sort of where our mind is very preoccupied that month. So Mercury starts the month retrograde in your ninth house, and for the past few weeks it's been retrograde. So a retrograde Mercury in the ninth house means that you could have miscommunications at school if you're still in school, or also miscommunications with any legal issues you might be involved with too. Now, on the 3rd, Mercury is going to go direct. So that's going to make these areas of life a lot smoother. And when Mercury is direct in the ninth, this can be a great opportunity to go traveling, or maybe even to make plans for your next trip. Then by February 14th, Mercury is going to move into the 10th house of career, where your mind is going to get a lot more serious and focused on your job. Then Venus, the planet of beauty, wherever she is where we find pleasure. And she also represents relationships too. Now she has just finished up a really long 6-week cycle, retrograde cycle. These happen about once every 2 years, so they're pretty important. And this was a 6-week period where everybody had their relationship under a microscope, where we were really reviewing how our current relationships are serving us. And for all the single Tauruses out there, it could have been a time of taking stock from your past relationships to see see what you want in the future. So it's going to be a great relief that this cycle is now fully over. It officially ended on January 29th, but we're still reverberating a bit from it. Now, Venus is moving direct in February all month in your ninth house. So with Venus direct in the ninth, you know, if you're in a relationship, it's a wonderful time to do something kind of expansive with your partner, something new, something that will really help you grow. So that could be going on a trip together, having some new type of experience together too. Venus in the ninth is also a great time for all the Tauruses out there who might be doing a little travel, all the single ones, to maybe have a little holiday romance too. Or any single Tauruses out there might find themselves more attracted to people who come from different backgrounds, maybe foreigners, maybe people from a different ethnicity or even a different religion from you as well. And Venus in the ninth house is just a great time to find more pleasure in learning and more pleasure in life's expansive activities in general.
So nice. And I want to add on to that a little note about Juno, because we have two relationship goddesses here. Venus is about love and romance, romantic, erotic connection, whereas Juno is more about commitment and long-term partnership. And that applies both personally and also professionally. Your professional partnerships are governed by Juno. So Juno's been traveling along through Capricorn with this pile of things in Capricorn. And she's very much been sounding the clarion call of the importance of mutual respect in your committed relationships. And so hopefully you've utilized Juno in Capricorn and Venus retrograde in Capricorn to sort out, you know, the relationships that you have that are characterized by mutual respect, and maybe let go or stepped back from some of the relationships where you just can't respect that other person, or you feel like they don't respect you. And so Juno is getting ready to leave Capricorn and does so quite quickly at the beginning of this month and moves on into Aquarius, where she is more interested in introducing a quality of the new and exciting into your committed relationships. So once she moves into Aquarius, and this for you will apply especially to your work relationships, your business partnership if you have one, or situations at work where you manage people in teams perhaps, or if your work itself is a consultancy, a situation where you work one-on-one with other people, then you would really be feeling Juno and Aquarius itching to innovate in those business partnerships, to create something new, and to maybe even change some of the structures of how you run those partnerships. So the next thing I want to tell you about is the first of this month's two moons, which actually happens on January 31st, but we're still feeling it reverberating in the early part of the month. So this moon happens here in Aquarius in your 10th house, and we're calling this diligently cultivate the seeds of genius. Seeds of genius, because Aquarius is the sign of the rebel and revolutionary, the change maker, the innovator, the genius, and is very interested in what is new and even unexpected. So this spark is being lit in your 10th house, which again is career, and also your public appearance, your reputation, your fame, if you will. And so you will be interested to begin doing things very differently. You'll be in the mood for that as this moon is happening. Now, the second moon of the month is happening in your 4th house, opposite to the 10th house. The 4th house is the house of home and family, domestic life, heritage, and roots. The moon loves to find itself here. This is a moon in Leo, which brings qualities of radiance and confidence and feelings of joy and ebullience and bouncy, bubbly goodness to your home zone, which is lovely. However, the South Node in Scorpio is saying that you may have become habituated or even caught up in an addiction to something that has been helping you cope. And now is the time to release that so that you can unleash the full joy and radiance of this lovely full moon happening in your 4th house. And if you want to understand these moons more deeply, check out the videos that we made for them, which are in our February 2022 news playlist, on our YouTube channel, Pandora Astrology. And they're also on our website, pandoraastrology.com, on the monthly forecast page. Now, the last thing I want to mention is there's a seasonal change coming as the sun exits Aquarius, which is your 10th house, and moves on into your 11th house. Now, the sun is all about the spotlight of attention. The sun is a life-giving force in our solar system and also in our charts. Wherever the sun goes, you want to shine the light of your high-quality attention so that things can thrive there. So it's leaving the 10th house around the 18th. And so your attention has been on career, but now it moves to community. And that might mean your circle of friends. It might mean those meetups or support groups that you attend. It might mean forming or joining new social groups. And it might also mean your Rolodex or your, the people that you're connected to on social media. Any way you look at it, this is a house of community and tribe. And when the sun goes there, shine the light of your high quality attention on those groups and the friendships that you make there and watch things thrive. So that's what we have for you today, Taurus. You can always find your horoscope on our website, pandoraastrology.com, in the horoscopes tab. And the news of the month is there on the monthly forecast tab as well. And you can always get a reading by looking in the readings tab, and we have classes to offer as well. And until next time, we'll see you around the cosmos. Bye-bye.
Bye.